talking about organizing on your Canva. And as soon as Lisa gives me the go ahead that we are live and going, I will begin with the sharing. In the meantime, if you guys are not signed into Clubhouse and you want to join in the conversation, you're going to hear Lisa right now speak to me. You could be in here talking with us too. Go ahead, Lisa. Are we good?
Awesome. Just want to let you know everything is good. You sound great and awesome and amazing. And I am staring at the Canva page.
Okay, awesome. And she's going to put up the link in for the people who are in Clubhouse. So if you want to jump over to the YouTube, you'll be able to do that. Or if you're watching this on replay, you'll be able to find it. Alrighty, so here we go. And what I like to do now is actually go to my projects page first when I'm going to upload anything new or do anything, and start with creating a folder. So if I go to my projects page and I click on the plus, over here on the right hand side, it gives me the option right away of uploading or whatever. So I would actually create the folder first, and then I'm going to go ahead and name this first 52 graphics or mandalas. So I know I have this sitting in my downloads box because I downloaded a bunch of JPEGs for this. And these are going to be the JPEGs. I'm kind of giving myself some clue as to what I'm going to find in here. And then if I wanted to invite team members, I could do that, or I could type in an email. Okay, so I'm going to create that folder. And then I can open the folder because it creates it right away. I can just open that. And now from in here, I'm going to do the uploads. Okay, so I'm going to tap on the upload. And then once I get the upload there, I'm going to go ahead and find my 52 in my list here, which I have right here. I'm going to click on all of them at once. I clicked on the first one, I held down the shift key, and I clicked on the last one. That selected all of them from the first click to the bottom click. Anything in between there that is files, it will actually select all of that for you. And then I'm clicking open. You may or may not have seen some of that because that is outside of the window that we're necessarily sharing on. Okay, so now they're uploading into here. Once these get done uploading, I'm going to go and show you how to find items that may be in your uploads folder that could be moved into this area. So these are all just loading and getting into an area that they're all together. And then if you wanted to rename any of them or anything like that, you can do that. I recommend renaming things on your computer before you upload them, if possible, so that you know what they are when you go to find them. And you want to put names on it that are the kind of things that you're going to look for. Because you see here, none of these have mandala on them. I really should have added mandala. But the names all came from exporting it out of another item, and those were what they were named at that time. So you can rename if you tap on the three dots, I believe, of any of these. Then it brings up with the ability to name it. You just tap on where the name is, and then you would name it. Whoops, tap on it. It's going to let me. It might not while we're in here. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, it's not letting me in there while we're in here doing all the other things. Let me see. If I tap on the item itself, what does it do? It's probably going to open it into a window. Probably shouldn't be doing this while things are uploading. If you're not paid like me, it can be a difficult challenge. Patience is a virtue, they say, and super helpful for your computer to keep it organized. Okay, so some of these are now done. They say just now. Those little loading ones came up, and then yes, now that they're done, I have the icon right next to there to change the name. See what happened? And then you could go in here and type mandala. Is it going to let me? Yep, there we go. And I'm going to arrow over, bouncing because new things are coming up. Then patience. It's not one of my best things. Okay, so I'm going to try typing it and see if it's going to take it. Now it's doing all the things that I clicked on it to do before. This is what you don't want to do. How to not do. Don't go faster than your computer. It was a pregnant pause on purpose. Okay, so they're still uploading. They'll be done soon. When they're done, I'll do the next thing. Do you guys have any questions? They're laughing at me in the room. No questions coming from Clubhouse. At least not that I see. Let me go over here. Yep, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's right. And tap the bell. I have a different thing, demo, exploration, whatever, almost every single week. I do miss a few weeks, and I give myself grace to miss those weeks because sometimes life happens. But they're all here. I'm getting better about doing shorter videos that are pointed and directed so that you don't have to go through it. But all you do is just fast forward until you see what's in the YouTube channels. Okay. So once these are done, I'm going to go into my photos, and we are going to organize something in there because Lordy knows I need to.
And Miss Cindy Lou, did I miss the part where are these the creations that you did on your iPad?
Yeah, these are, I did. I created all of these mandalas, and these mandalas I put into a book. Actually did this already in Canva, so that's why I knew I had them. I put them into a book, which is going to be publishing on Amazon this week or next. Yay! Woo -woo. I'm still setting the price. I haven't decided on a price. And I still have a thank you page to create. But once I get that done, we're good to go. And you can also get these as digital downloads, PDFs instead, if you would rather have it that way. So what do you guys think? Question. If you're doing digital downloads and you're delivering them as a PDF, is that worth the same as a book that you physically are getting? Or is that, do you think it's more, less, worse? Not more, less?
To certain points, I think it's a little less. I think it's a little less, only because it feels more like a workbook than, are we talking about like a reading book per se? Like
No, a PDF that you can like download and then you can print it off and color it again and again and again, or buying a coloring book that's already on
I misunderstood the book part.
Amazon. I'm feeling like it's the same price.
It depends on how it's used and advertised and what the subject matter is inside the book. So imagine if you were doing a girls' retreat, right, for the Be Bold You. And, you know, be like, okay, everyone, you can download this link. And it just makes that easier to download page by page. But then also, if they wanted to color it again, they have the access to it. I mean, it's a hit or miss for me. I like coloring books because I like just turn the page and date them at the top and just keep it moving. And I also like print things off, so I'm like really a bad subject at this. I like it all.
If it's uploaded properly, I think, because sometimes I have gotten some things where I've downloaded it to print it out on my printer, and it's like not fitting properly on my letter size paper or even legal size. So I don't know if it was the way the person uploaded it or how that portion of it works. But I am most definitely a book person anyway, but I have attempted downloading stuff, and it doesn't always work out for me.
I don't know why I thought she was speaking of a like literary book, not a coloring book.
Because I usually
helping her promote her next book. That's why.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Listen, promote on. I am all with that. As long as it's positive, I'll put my name on it.
There you go. There you go. So right now I'm in Canva, and I am adding the word mandala to all of these. So I'm tapping on the edit. I've already typed out the word mandala, and I copied just the word mandala. So now I can go in and just paste it there. And that way I can go down one after another. And it keeps jumping up. So I'm wondering if I start at the bottom, I think it may leave them there. This is one of those, let's test out a theory. Live online learning. Theory testing. So I'm going to go to the bottom one, tap on the edit, hit the back arrow, hit paste, hit the one for the next one. Nope, it's going to jump anyway. So you got to keep moving it, which is kind of a pain. So let's try doing a different layout. Let's do a layout of squares instead. We're going to view this as a grid and see if editing that way is better. Okay, so we're here, edit, over, paste. Edit, over. Nope, it still jumped. Paste. Edit, over, paste. Edit, over, paste. Thank you.
Like, I can really see them with the thumbnails, but since you made them larger, they're really amazing.
Thank you. I just sit and do them during times when I need to not be stressing about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the button, and then I'll buy a copy of the book, and then I can reach for that instead of the bottle of wine.
There you go. There you go.
Do them both together.
Or I could do that too. Yes.
Sit in the tub. That sounds like my party right there. In the tub. With
Come on. Oops.
Listen, man. That's all I ask for Christmas. Bath set. Like just some soft smelling Epsom salt, a nice journal, because that's what I'm getting ready to create a journal for Christmas gifts this year.
Nice.
And
all on Canva, of course.
Oh, but of course. But of course.
You are such a Canva.
My Shopify account. Yeah. I created some mugs for my Shopify account.
Nice.
And now it's just to fit all together so I can pull the trigger and say it's live. Buy them myself first. So I know what kind of quality people are, being put under my name. That's always a thing.
That's nice. So I'm not having to scroll because I'm tapping on the edit before. Well, that didn't work that time, but these other times it worked. Hold on. Let me go try that again. I'm just going to tell you the steps that I'm taking because lots of times this is one of the things people want. It's like, what are your shortcuts? So I tapped on there, I arrow back, I pay, and then I go over and tap on the next edit one. And then even though it disappears off the screen, I'm just hitting my back arrow, which brings me back to wherever it was I was, and then I can paste. Whoops, I can paste if I paste correctly. There we go. A Command V is a paste in Mac, which is why you saw what you just saw, because it hit the V, but it didn't actually make the fact that I was holding down the command key. So, and you know, this, why are you doing this? What do you want to do that for? Well, if I want to look up I'm going to show you the difference when we get over into back over into the file. Okay. So I'm going to show a mess in a minute in a time that I did not do it this way. And we're going to clean that mess up. Hopefully. That's the idea. And then on your computer, you actually may have like a renaming item where you can rename everything. I know for photos, I do have one. And you can keep it all exactly the same size and you can just rename it all. So you might look for that on your own computer to see if you've got anything like that. Let's see, we're almost there. 19. For those watching on YouTube, this could be a bit boring, eh? And again, maybe not. So when they play Minecraft, they're doing the same thing over and over and over again. The idea of this, doing these videos, partly came from watching my friend's daughter, babysitting her, and seeing how many hours she would sit there and watch Minecraft. And I'm like, I wonder if there's like, if you could do that with creating in Canva or in graphics, like talk about it, walk through what you're doing with. That's where the idea came from. Did you guys know that? And then doing it in Clubhouse just came kind of just a oops kind of thing. Someone wanted to learn how to go into create a ring around their icon, their photo, their profile pic in Canva. So I did a room where we all did that on our phones, and I walked them through it, and it worked. People were actually able to keep up with it, and they were able to do it. Newest edited. So I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to sort it by name, A to Z, and then that should put it in order. Okay, so now we end up that thing of it sorting in a way. For those who are really, if you really want to get pedantic about it, you would actually put a 0 in front of all of these so that it became a 0, 8, 0, whatever. And that way it will sort them in front of the 1, 10. So it puts it in correct order. Otherwise, you end up 5 and then 52, which doesn't make sense, does it? Okay. So now if we go sort by and we change it to A to Z, you should see the, oops, where's our O1? One of, it's there. These are little tips to organizing things. Yep, mandala 2 of, because, and these are showing up here because of the way it was set up, and without the zeros in there, it sorts it by numbers and then letters. So this 3 of showing at the end of all of the 3 because there's a 3. And so we need to find the 4 of. Will be the same at the end of the 4s. And then we should have all of them. Mini tips. So now we've got 01, 02, 03, and it's all in order of what we want. If I go back to do something to a page, or if somebody says, I want number 10, or I want number whatever, it's going to be easy for me to sort that later, find it. Okay, so now we're going to go on over to create a design. And I will just pick anything because it's not so much about creating the design. I just want to get into the view where you can see your uploads. And you're doing a design at the same time. And you're going to see that when this comes up, there is a of videos here on, I'm not videos, pictures. Da, 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 da. It's on the templates one. We're going to go to the uploads file, uploads folder here. And we're not going to open it and use the app on my computer usually. Okay, so these are all the images that I have uploaded. And you can see there's quite a few different ones. Now, this one is the coloring book cover. So I could make a quick story here about it since I'm in here. May as well, right? Since I'm in here. Coming soon story. Okay, we got that there. Got that there. Make it bigger so I can see it. I just kept it right on top of it. It goes on top of it. And then to move it, you can grab the little mover. Coming soon. Now, to double that, I'm going to hold down the Option key and then drag that down. And that just copied it automatically, just like that. Peaceful coloring book. I actually debated calling it that. I'm going to do one titled that, I think. Peaceful coloring. I'll change the distance between the spacing. So let's change the spacing a little bit like this. So, alrighty. Now, I'm going to just go cookie because it's kind of, and then let's make the background into my yellow, not my live online learning. Well, I could because I'm in live online learning. Well, I could do that. We'll just go with the green. Okay. And then I can share that. I'm doing this partly to test it out because it did not work last week when I shared it to Instagram. So I'm sharing this to Facebook and see if it will let me. This is a test of creating and sharing directly from Canva into Facebook. We are creating live on YouTube and while hanging out in a Clubhouse. Join us. So cindylou.com/YouTube or It's cindylou.com/LOL club.
I'm kind of curious how that works, Cindy Lou, because I just did a Facebook post sharing the Clubhouse room and your YouTube link, and it only showed the YouTube link. So I'm curious if it's going to show your picture on this post. I'll check it out.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to make sure that one worked. I'm just double checking that these links work. So I'm copying them, going over to another tab. And I think you're seeing all this because I've got it sharing the window. And that's just double checking before I like hit post, right? To make sure that it's really, okay, so the YouTube one did not work. So that means I have got to change link. I think maybe it's YT. Like that. Let's see if that works. And if that doesn't work, we just not share that. We won't share that. We'll just share the room link. Okay. I know I have a YouTube one. I'll find it. Okay, publish. Now let's see if it works. Preparing my design. It's a long one, Jennifer. Oh, she probably had to leave. She's probably watching it on YouTube.
She is watching it on YouTube.
Yeah. Sweet. That's the fun of it. And then you go back in the room in the conversation. View your post. So I'm going to check it. Posting history. So this posting history is just taking us to a calendar within Canva as far as what we've posted. So it's taking us to the Canva. Okay, so these did show up that they did not post. Those are the ones we tried to post last week. And then this one is showing up that it did post. So we should be fine. If we go tap on it, I believe it will take, oh, we can edit it, I see. Or we can edit the post, edit the design. Interesting. There's insights. Nothing happened yet. Insights take 24 hours to show up. So there we go. So Sandra, your stuff did not post from last week on Instagram. Not sure why, but it did not.
I know, I realized that because I went to look and I didn't see.
But you know what I realized was we needed to make some edits to that anyway, because I did not shorten the video. And so it has you like making your oopsie mistake and then starting over. Well, that's good because it shows your genuine, real person. We don't have to have it show it all that. So it's probably good that it didn't post.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's that. I'll just close that window out. All right. So now, as you can see, there are quite a few things over here, a bit of a mess. And in particular, I have all of these things for this event that somebody to create. So what I'm going to do is show you how to take all of these and move them into a folder. So you would start by selecting the ones that you want to select. And then you see that folder that's shown up at the bottom with me selecting. I think you guys can see that. So I'm selecting all of these. And then I'm going to move them all at once into folder. And I may need to create a folder, or I may already have a folder there. We're going to see what I find when we get there. So this is how, Ms. Jennifer, you can clean up and organize the items you just posted up there. So this is all the things that I use. This is a pretty big project that I did, helping to get these all together. Some of the people were different. Okay. This was the original photo that we had, and then I did that with it, so it made it brighter and bigger and all of that. And then I had to add, I think, a suit around it, but you don't see that, but you see this here where I'm adding space around it in order to move her head so that she's showing up in a different space in the frame, the photo frame that you're automatically putting somebody into. And I guess I could do that as a training 1 week. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this folder down here, move to folder. Now it's going to bring up my projects and I can like sort through them. So we're going to go into your projects and then we'll do search. And there was a leadership, matrix of leadership, I think. Yep, matrix of leadership conference. I already have a folder. So I'm just tapping on it and I can move it there. Or now what I'm going to do is create new, and I'm going to call it uploads or uploads, loaded, uploads for matrix of leadership. I'm adding the new folder and creating a new folder in the matrix of leadership conference that has what it is. I'm calling it uploads. And then I'm adding the new folder. So now all of those items should hopefully, if it's working the way that it was working last week, move all of those out of the regular general uploads and into, yep, it did. It took them right out and put them over into that other folder. So now I'm beginning to clip my uploads to make it a bit more organized and have the things that I need quickly and readily at hand when I'm doing a creation for somebody else. Any questions around that? Either on YouTube in the chat or elsewise?
I don't see any from anyone. Everyone else, feel free to speak up.
Awesome. And I hope that this was helpful to everyone. And we'll be back next week for another one, but I will go on over here into folders as soon as I might go into another screen. Letting that continue to happen over there, right? I'm not touching that screen, but I'm just opening another screen that has a Canva in it. And here we're going to go ahead and go to our folders and take a peek, right? So we're going to go projects, there we go. And then we're going to go look at our folder. So they're here. And this one says 7 items right now. And let's see what happens. Does that number change? This one still says items. Let's tap on that because that's the one that we did before. Nope, they're in there, all 52 of them. So for some reason, it's not quite showing up yet in the projects. We'll go back. I hit on the projects in order to go back. So we're going to tap on the folders to bring up just folders. So for some reason, it's not showing the designs in there yet, which means this may not be showing them either. They're not updating for some reason. Okay, so in here, we have the uploads, and then we have the other things that we had created, designs, the images. So now I'm going to tap on uploads, and voila, they're there. Alrighty. And that is organizing and doing all the fun things. Hopefully that's been super helpful for you guys, and we'll see you next week for another lesson here. And if you want to co-create with us, come join us over in the Clubhouse room and bring your questions and your comments and your shares. Love to see you there. Bye-bye, y'all. Da 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 da. Bye bye. Do do do.